Hello everyone and welcome back to Diablo Immortal. Mere Jewel. Ah! A new event. So... I want to talk about something. I saw a post today when I woke up this morning on my phone. And it was on the Blizzard forums about streamers and partners, or streamers, I think it was streamers and partners, getting the expansion pack to Diablo 4 2 weeks early. Sorry, I'm talking a little slow. Anyways, they're getting 2 weeks early, and you know, with as much as oh, back 60. Why is there? Has it always been? With this early access, especially to streamers, and I don't care how many people hate me for stating this. No one should be getting a game early to post out there. 2 weeks early for an expansion is ridiculous. And before you tell me, oh, it's free advertisement, if they are partnered or sponsored by that studio or publisher, it's not for free. It's not. I get streaming is some people's jobs, and YouTube is some people's jobs. I understand that. But it's just 2 weeks, alright? You know, people get stuff and they start doing it days early, and then you have to avoid the internet for so many days. 2 weeks is a ridiculous amount of time for people to have stuff for everyone else. And I know some people, oh, well, it gives, you know, I go off the builds and stuff. Listen, you don't need to post stuff online to make builds. And it doesn't, that's just not cool, in my opinion. And I don't care how many people get mad at me. 2 weeks, especially for an expansion, is just, this shit's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. I get people use builds that people make because they don't have the time to invest in making builds or number crunching. I understand that. But come on. Like, you know, it's one thing if, say, a YouTuber is given a copy of a game or whatever, they record the whole thing, but they can't post it till the day it comes out. That's one thing. But the streaming of anything early, it's just, it bothers me. It's becoming, I have literally said today that And this, it sucks to say. I've gamed most of my life. But I'm actually coming to a point where I said I'm losing interest in video games. Because it is literally we've literally gotten to a point where it's about money. It's not even about the enjoyment of a game anymore. You have battle passes, loot crates, gotchas. You have login rewards. You know, some games have multiple battle passes. Like, I don't know if it's changed, but I had heard that Apex like split their battle pass into two, and it was like $10 each. So you're paying $20, which is 10 more than normal for a battle pass. But and somebody wanted to use, well, you know, don't tell people about critics and reviewers screening movies early. They don't post the whole thing online. Like, I shouldn't have to completely go off the grid. And for, you know, I hope everyone knows what off the grid is, because I know some terms get lost. But you shouldn't have to. Oh, a game I've been waiting for years to come out. I have to completely go off the grid so I don't get spoiled for anything on it. And it is just, it's so disheartening to play games now. It's like I even read somebody canceled their pre-order for the expansion for Diablo because streamers were getting it 2 weeks early. Come on. Publishers, studios, why do we do this? Why are we giving stuff out so early? I know it's not advertising. You're Blizzard, okay? If we're gonna use Blizzard as an example. You're Blizzard. You've been around since I think I was a kid. You were making games, all right? Like I remember Warcraft, you know, strategy games that you don't do anymore. What is happening? Did you not? I mean, I read an article. You made a shit ton off microtransactions in the store, which is fucking ridiculous. Because I know most basic, even basic artists out there can sit there and make color palettes and, you know, armors and stuff. This, just everything is, it's getting out of hand. All right. It is just, and the sad thing is like, I could sit there and make a whole video, you know, talking about this. This whole shit has just gotten ruined. Nothing is as I'll say in my Discord. Nothing's a surprise anymore, and it's getting fucking old. I don't know why people don't like to be surprised by anything anymore. I don't know if it scares you to be surprised or you know, whatever, but you know, you used to not know what was going to happen in a movie, and now you can essentially, you know, the whole premise and twist of a movie by watching the trailer. You know, trailers are normally just a taste of what it is, not here's the movie. They didn't used to be super long. It was kind of like a quick thing. But And now it's not all companies, okay? There are, whoops. That might be too difficult. Alright, there are some, you know, companies that are still doing single player and whatnot, but the whole, oh, you know, even paying for early access to a game, or, you know, betas and demos, like the stuff that's behind paywalls. Demos used to be, when I do demos, they'd be behind a paywall of, oh, go buy a fucking magazine from the store. You know, go buy a magazine from the store, and it'd have like a handful of demos, not just one. Used to, you know, like the gaming industry. What the fuck? It's up there. Why did you bring me down to this one? It's really disheartening. Like, I enjoy this game, but it's like there's a lot of money you know, you can invest into this game. And I get it, it's free. Like, I don't mind free games trying to make a little bit of money because they're free. That's how they make the, you know, the money that pays for everything. But it's just, I guess it is what, you know, what it is. Okay, can you get off my screen? Jesus. And I'm sorry to rant. It's just so exhausting nowadays. It's exhausting and tiresome what the industry's become. And I can't really sit here and blame developers because I know, you know, just like everyone else, developers have bosses. And unless they're their own studio and make their own rules, you know, it's the people above them. And it's just, it's like people, you know, out there still like to refer to gaming is for kids and you need to grow up. First of all, adults are the ones that make the games. Second, there is no kid that could just go and do chores for somebody, like mow somebody's yard, and go buy a video game nowadays. And I know it can differ based on platform, but kids can't afford this. I mean, I guess if they get a hefty allowance, maybe, but it's like, you know, some games they could be 80, and depending on the version, it could be $130. Who? No one is made of this kind of money. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a downer in this episode, but it really, you know, when I sit there and think about it, it's like it makes it really difficult to want to play your game when, especially if you're of the group that buys the highest edition. Because I'm like, you know, I know me and my boyfriend got the higher editions. We got the higher editions because it's like, hey, we can, you know, we'd have to eventually, since, you know, you can't make enough platinum in the battle passes to cover the next battle pass. Which I don't fucking agree, since most battle passes you get enough to cover next season. I was enjoying Diablo 4, and I'd have to fucking put the money into it anyway, so getting the 3,000 up front and just saving it, you know, everything just piles up. That, and between what I'd have on me and over the battle passes, you know, it would last me quite a while. But kind of making me regret my choices. I just don't feel like being bothered to try and get a refund. But it's just, it really is making me sad, just how it is. And that's good. If you want to tell, you know, I'm sure people out there will tell me, well, that's just how things work nowadays. Yeah, well, I get that. But, you know, gaming used to be for kids. But when it gets to the point that gaming's even getting too expensive for most adults, you don't see a problem. Because I'm going to tell you, when it starts getting to the point that games are on an average of $100, you're probably gonna end up losing a lot of people, because it's like, there isn't a lot of people. There's a lot of people that will spend a lot of money, but there's a lot of people that get to a point that they won't be able to afford it. And what happens when, you know, less people buy great games? More layoffs, more shutdowns. Gaming industry is big, but eventually everything crumbles. And eventually, I don't want to see it happen to the gaming industry, but I feel like one day it actually might. Just because it's, you know, seeing most of it from the beginning and growing up, everything's just, it slowly goes. And listen, I love video games, but this, I shouldn't have to avoid the internet when it comes to things I would like to enjoy when they come out. Like, I don't see how anyone sees, you know, sees that as fair, when there's literally, you can't even, well, I'll just take the time off work, beat it before, you know, it's posted all over on the internet. When people can post it all over the internet before it even comes out. So there's no way to really prevent yourself from seeing or hearing shit about it. Because, you know, you still go out in public and coworkers could be watching someone stream it, or, you know. But, I don't know. We're playing Immortal. I shouldn't complain about 4, but it's at the point I'm complaining about, or really discussing the whole industry as a whole, not just the whole industry as a whole, not just, you know, get the fuck off me. Yeah, the whole industry as a whole, and not just the simple fact that Blizzard's doing it, because it's not just Blizzard. I mean, you have I can't think. Don't Nod. Is that who it is? You have Secret Life coming out. See, and that had a 2-week. You could play the first 2 chapters 2 weeks early. Why? Why? Why does shit need to be played early? Why? If the game's ready, just bring it out. But it's fine. Whatever. You guys do you, I guess. You guys do you, and I guess if... What the fuck? Oh, here we go. I guess if one day I just stop playing games, I'll just stop playing games. Or only play old stuff. Back when the gaming industry actually gave a shit. But, yeah. I don't know. Like I've said, it is what it is. I can be hated on for my opinion. I don't care. But it just sucks. Where's the other fucking... Are you fucking... Why is it such a pain in the ass to always find some of these? Bring out the boss. But we're gonna move on. Oh, come on. Here we go. It's alright, we at least got another tower down. Alright. Now, we're gonna go back. But yeah. There's some of my cents. Not just my 2 cents. I have more than 2 cents I can add to a conversation. But it's pointless. There's nothing you guys can do. And I wouldn't expect you guys to.
Every item. Glad to be of service, my friend.
I wish things was better for people. I wish some younger people, whoops, could experience how gaming used to be. But, no, there's nothing you can do. It is what it is. Anyways, that is it for this episode. I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Take care now. Bye.